Hello, friends. Ben Ochart here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you've been following this series, you know that I released a summary walkthrough of Aquashella, and then I released a video on the people of Aquashella. And now I'm releasing a video. This segment, part two of the three-part segment, is gonna be on the products and the vendors of Aquashella. So let's go ahead and jump right into the products and vendors. All right, let's look at the products and the vendors. As I showed in part one of my Aquashella videos, ZoomEd was there. They had this beautiful setup. Sort of like an Amazon, steamy Amazon plant enclosure. They're one of the few vendors that had something at their site regarding the Lacey Act and steps that we can take to be informed and to take action on it. Very high-end light fixture maker Kessel was there. Here's the Kessel rep speaking with Joe from Glass Cages about a potential venture. And of course, Kessel makes very, very high-end lighting. You're going to be paying probably upwards of 100 to 150 or more for each unit. If you've been in the hobby for a while, you've heard of Dr. Tim's, and they were probably one of the original folks to offer bacteria in a bottle. And folks that have used their product speak very highly of it. They had a pretty extensive display that showed some instantly cycled aquariums using the Dr. Tim's product. A lot of artwork, like I showed in part one of the Aquashella videos, a lot of artwork at the show, very beautiful pieces, and you can see some of them here. Take a look at this drawing here of a betta, absolutely beautiful. Aquascaping and the use of wood, both in brackish and in regular aquariums, was on display just about everywhere. This has really taken on, and just a lot of different applications. Aqualife had a pretty big presence in the show, especially in the area of aquascaping. There was a competition going on, a blind aquascaping competition, which was interesting since the blind fish keeper who does aquascape blind was there in attendance, and you could see folks here competing in the blind aquascaping competition. This helped them to appreciate how Brandon has to work on his tanks on a daily basis. As you can see, the events started to get busier and busier. And we're still not really in the peak hours of it, but as you can see, it is becoming more crowded. Off to the right of the main entrance was the coral area. We'll take a look in there. It's a little bit dark, so I don't spend too much time in there, only because the camera can't really capture those corals. If you've been in the hobby for a while, you know Dustin's fish tanks, and he was there, and a bit of a celebrity. He's been at it for about 10 years now, and had a great display of plants for sale, a lot of swag, and was taking pictures and signing autographs. But look at these great orange and yellow and red. But no booth was really as busy as the Aquarium CoOp, and that line just continued the entire show to just run along the back, and it was just non-stop. Oase, is that how you pronounce it? Oasis in German, had their usual selection of very well-built canister filters. These usually have heaters built into them. Their heaters were such high quality that now they're selling them as a separate unit. They're built out of a sort of a Pyrex glass, almost unbreakable, according to the Oase rep. They also have something that looks a little bit like a shark filter. And they're also, it looks like they're expanding, and maybe they've been doing this for a while and I wasn't aware of it, but they have a real good looking hang on back filter. I was very impressed with the way it looked. Very clean, and I'm sure if it's up to the oase standards, very, very just a good unit. Sarah was also there, another company from Germany, and I met Klaus, the rep from Sarah, and this is a very highly researched food. Apparently, they will feed animals with it. They'll feed fish with it, and then do tests on the fish, including autopsies, to see the impact of the food on the fish. And so they're pretty respected in the hobby. This is the other part of the show that is probably as busy as the Aquarium CoOp, and that's people coming in to get their Aquashella t-shirt. Unfortunately, by the end of Saturday, they had run out of Aquashella t-shirts, and they had to provide you with ones from prior years. Fluval was there with their line of foods. I actually picked up some betta food for Mr. Mustard, and had a good conversation with the Fluval rep that I discuss in part 1 of this Aquashella series, especially about the replacement parts and warranties associated with the Fluval FX6 canister. But as you can see, they're also getting into aquascaping. There's some what looks like shrimp substrate, and water conditioning products. Some crazy orange stuff there. Aqueon, of course, very big player in the hobby. Can't really walk into an aquarium store and not see some Aqueon products. They had a very large booth. Very nice looking setup. Saltwater Aquarium. I've actually gone to their website and bought things, especially when you need plumbing, things for hardware for sumps, things like that. They're very big in the saltwater community, a very legit operation, and they were strategically placed right next to the entrance for the corals, and they even had coral displays at their setup. Once you get into the coral section, it's pretty dark because the emphasis is on the black light that they're using to bring out the color of the corals. So they keep this section pretty dark so that you can be blown away by the colors of the corals when you walk in. And the emphasis of the show has always been corals. And they're just absolutely beautiful. Hard to capture the colors on a cell phone. I'm filming with a iPhone today. You can see all the different corals they have here.
The reason I like them like this is because
really pretty. This goes on and on. MagFloat was here. They've been around for a while, providing a good quality product for keeping the inside glass panels clean. They're doing some sort of a little spin the wheel, win a prize contest. It's kind of cool. If you're looking for some mesquite or spider wood, this is the place to go. Look at this. I might have to pick up some pieces for that 300-gallon project that I've got going on. Amazes me how they get fish here. This is the Carob Sea exhibit right here. Very nice.
Well, there you have it, my walkthrough of products and vendors. And of course, there's a lot more at Aquashella that you can look at, but that certainly is gives you an idea, a feel for what was going on there. I always love looking at new innovation and products and what's being stressed in the hobby. You see a lot of some of the higher tech saltwater applications start to move over into freshwater, and it's always great seeing some of the innovation that's going on with some of these products, making heaters out of a Pyrex glass like Oasis, or Oasis getting into hang-on back filters. I thought that was very interesting, and certainly a lot of the emphasis on nano tanks and on planted, aquascaping and setups that are good for shrimp and for smaller applications. Anyway, there's just a lot there, and I probably covered maybe probably half of it or less. I mean, so many vendors, and we'd have to spend hours together here on YouTube to cover all of it. My best advice is take a trip to an Aquashella if you ever get a chance. I love the Orlando venue, and if you go there, we can meet because I plan on continuing to go to Orlando. And if you like the content of the material or the content of the channel, be sure to consider supporting it. You can support it various ways through Patreon or Amazon or through Teespring, and you can also hit that subscribe button and that bell and the thumbs up. That also tells YouTube something good is going on and helps the channel to grow. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this installment of my Aquashella adventure. And if you haven't already, watch episode 1, which was the on the people, or the 20-minute or less, the attempt at giving you a complete summary of the entire show in 20 minutes, and the upcoming video, of course, on the Fish of Aquashella. All right. Thank you, my friends. You are appreciated, and I hope to see you on Saturday at the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. That's always a lot of fun. All right, and talk to you then. Bye-bye.